Your potential is caged. Can't hurt me proved. The human mind operates at 40% capacity maximum. Military psychologists use this limitation to control soldier performance and corporate retention. At 4 minutes, I'll show you the exact protocol that breaks these mental chains. Scroll now, and your conditioned brain will delete this classified information within 60 seconds. Your brain creates artificial performance ceilings through evolutionary safety mechanisms designed for primitive survival. These neurolimiters activate when effort levels approach your comfort zone boundaries, triggering immediate resistance patterns that feel insurmountable but aren't. When David Goggins attempted his first ultramarathon without training, his mind screamed, "Stop," at mile 8. His body was capable of completing all 52 miles. The difference between 8 and 52? Mental governor removal through systematic discomfort exposure. The 40% rule isn't motivation theory. Navy SEAL training data shows recruits consistently access 20 to 30% additional capacity when pushed past perceived failure points. Your untapped 60% waits behind artificial barriers you've never challenged. But that's only step one. Understanding the mechanism doesn't break the pattern. Most people learn about mental limitations and still surrender at the first sign of resistance. Knowledge without systematic application maintains the same 40% ceiling you've always accepted as permanent reality. American adults average 7 hours of comfort-seeking behavior daily through entertainment and social media consumption. Russian productivity studies show 3 hours, 45 minutes of similar patterns. Same dopamine dependency, different cultural packaging. Both populations operate at identical capacity limitations through engineered distraction systems. Technology companies employ behavioral psychologists who design apps specifically to trigger comfort-seeking responses when you approach challenging tasks. Every notification, every infinite scroll, every autoplay feature targets the exact neural pathways that maintain your 40% limitation. Your smartphone interrupts focused work sessions, an average of every 11 minutes. Each interruption requires 23 minutes to regain deep concentration. The math is devastating. 8-hour workday becomes 2 hours of actual productivity through systematic attention fragmentation. Here's how they lock you in. Comfort becomes the default state through repeated reward loops that make effort feel abnormal. Your brain literally rewires to avoid anything requiring sustained focus or physical discomfort. The cage builds itself through daily micro-surrenders you don't recognize. 1% of humans consistently operate above 70% capacity. These outliers share identical mental training patterns discovered through decades of performance research. You can measure your current percentage through specific behavioral indicators I'll reveal next. Your comfort zone expands or contracts based on daily choices made in micro moments of resistance. Every time you choose ease over effort, you're training your nervous system to accept limitation. Every avoided discomfort becomes tomorrow's insurmountable obstacle through neurological conditioning. The personal cost compounds daily. Average lifetime potential achievement drops 60% due to systematic comfort-seeking behavior patterns. Your unrealized capabilities die slowly through 10,000 small surrenders disguised as reasonable choices. Most people never recognize the gradual capacity erosion happening. Professional athletes understand this cost intimately. Champions separate themselves through consistent discomfort tolerance, not talent. Talent provides maybe 5% advantage. The other 95% comes from mental governor removal through systematic suffering embrace, which means your untapped 60% waits behind artificial barriers you've never systematically challenged. Here's the fix. The protocol that breaks mental limitations isn't complex, but it requires precise execution. Most people quit during week 2 when the real resistance begins. Here's the capacity unlock protocol. Step 1. Identify your quit point during any challenging activity. This could be exercise repetitions, work focus sessions, or uncomfortable conversations. Document the exact moment your mind suggests stopping. That's your current 40% barrier location. Step 2. The 25% push. When your mind screams stop, continue for exactly 25% more. If you quit at 10 push-ups, do 13. If you focus for 20 minutes, push to 25. This specific increment bypasses mental governor without triggering system shutdown. Step 3. Document the discovery. After pushing 25% beyond your quit point, record how you feel. Most people discover they had significantly more capacity available. This documentation becomes proof. Your limitations are artificial constructs, not physical realities. Step 4. Progressive overload principle. Increase the 25% threshold weekly. Week 2 becomes 30% push. Week 3 becomes 40%. Your nervous system adapts to new capacity levels through systematic boundary expansion rather than shock attempts. Step 5. Environmental control. Remove comfort options during capacity training sessions. Put your phone in another room. Choose stairs over elevators. Take cold showers. Environmental friction forces mental governor engagement, making the protocol more effective through compound discomfort exposure. Goggins calls this the cookie jar method. Every breakthrough beyond your quit point becomes mental evidence stored for future reference. When facing new challenges, you access previous victories as proof your limitations are negotiable. Past success becomes future capability ammunition. Military studies confirm this protocol increases measurable performance by 40 to 60% within 6 weeks. The breakthrough isn't gradual improvement. It's sudden capacity revelation, when artificial barriers dissolve through systematic challenge. Your potential was always there. Warning: Week 3 triggers what psychologists call the resistance surge. Your brain will create elaborate justifications for returning to 40% operation. Physical fatigue, social obligations, rational-sounding excuses. This is the mental governor's last defense mechanism activating. Corporate productivity experts don't want this protocol widespread. Employee capacity increases, lead to higher wage demands, and reduced controllability. Comfortable, limited workers remain predictable profit generators. Your breakthrough threatens systematic workforce management through demonstrated potential. Entertainment industries profit from your 40% limitation. Higher capacity individuals consume less passive content, requiring active engagement over mindless scrolling. Your attention becomes less valuable when focused on personal development rather than algorithmic content consumption patterns. Educational institutions benefit from capacity limitation through extended program durations. Students operating at higher mental capacity complete coursework faster, reducing institutional revenue. The system rewards time spent, not breakthrough achievement, maintaining artificial learning pace restrictions. Pharmaceutical companies profit when people accept mental and physical limitations as permanent conditions requiring chemical intervention. Natural capacity expansion through systematic challenge threatens medication dependency models. Your breakthrough becomes their revenue reduction through demonstrated self-sufficiency. The 40% rule remains hidden because breakthrough individuals become system disruptors. They start businesses, challenge hierarchies, demand change, reject comfort-based control mechanisms. Society functions more predictably when most people operate below their actual capacity through systematic limitation acceptance. Your window for capacity expansion closes daily through comfort-seeking choices. Every avoided challenge strengthens artificial limitations. Every comfort selection over growth opportunity builds stronger mental barriers. The protocol works, but only when consistently applied before conditioning becomes permanent. Most people discover their true capacity accidentally during crisis situations. Emergency scenarios bypass mental governors through survival necessity. The protocol simply creates controlled crisis conditions, accessing your emergency-level capabilities without waiting for life-threatening situations to force breakthrough. Save this before your brain deletes it. Your conditioned mind will rationalize avoiding this protocol within hours. Screenshot the steps or lose them to systematic mental resistance designed to maintain limitation. Next video reveals the neural hacking techniques special forces use to eliminate fear responses completely. Watch it immediately before the algorithm buries it beneath comfort content, designed to keep you limited.